All right, these are the Sony WH-CH720N headphones, and I do not like these headphones very much. I want to like them. You know, they're lights. They don't stick out from your head too much. They're pretty low key, but I don't like them. There's a lot of little things about them that just annoy me. All right. So for comparison, I've also bought some other headphones. I'm going to be comparing these to the Soundcore Q30s over here, which I bought for $55 on sale. The 720Ns I bought for $100 on sale in white, and I'm also going to be comparing them to the over here the Sony ULT wears, which I bought for $150 on sale. Right, so we're got kind of a sliding scale of price. We got around 50 bucks, around 100 bucks, around 150 bucks. So we're going to do a little comparison, and I'm going to go on an unhinged rant about why I dislike these headphones, even though I'd like to like them. Quick disclaimer, I am not an audiophile kind of guy. I'm not even a headphones kind of guy. So if you're looking for, detailed analysis about the sound quality of each, you're not gonna find that here. Before this, I mostly used IEM, so this is what the Moondrop Arias is what I was using at my desk before, and I also have the was using the Galaxy Buds over here for day-to-day use. My complaints are mostly going to be about little things that I notice that aren't sound quality or ANC related that add up to make me not like this pair of headphones. Okay, so let's start with what comes with the headphones. So the 720N comes with nothing. It doesn't come with anything. The only thing it comes with is, this is the box. The only thing it comes with is some color mismatched cables, right? So these are white headphones. It comes with black cables and this little cloth covering it, and no case, nothing, nada, zip. So if you want to protect your $100 headphones, you're gonna have to spend an extra 15 bucks for a case like this. And another thing to note, these headphones, they don't fold up like the Soundcores or the ULT wears. So the case that you buy is gonna have to be a little bit bigger than the case that comes with the other ones. So let's move on and talk about the Q30s. So what do the Q30s come with? Mind you, these headphones are half the price of the 720Ns. What do these come with? They come with a color matched case. Wow, isn't that nice? Right? It comes with a color matched case. You can just open it up. It also comes with a bag that is the correct color, and it comes with color matched cables. I consider pink and white to be color matched. I looked at some videos of people unboxing the black ones. Those would come with black cables. So, it's pretty nice to touch. For half the price, you get a free case that comes with it. You can take your headphones, you can fold them up, you can put them in like this. And then, this goes right here. You zip it up, bing, bang, boom. You're good to go, right? So that's a very nice touch that the 720Ns don't have. This comes with the case for free, which is very nice. If we go ahead and look at the ULT wears, right? What comes with the ULT wears? It also comes with another case, right? This one is a very nice, high quality, solid case. Unfortunately, it's not color matched, which is unfortunate. And also the cables are also not color matched, but you can tell and feel that this is definitely a high quality case. It has these dividers and listed instructions already in there, so you know how to put these in and pack them up really nice and easily every single time. Another very nice addition, right? So that's my first issue with the 720Ns, is that they don't come with a case, so you have to buy a separate case. And when you do buy a separate case, because it doesn't fold up, the case is going to be a little bit bigger than the other ones, right? As you can see right there, right? So that's my first complaint about 720Ns. The separate case basically means that the price point of this, if you wanted to have apples to apples, is like plus $10 to $15 for the case, right? So these ULTs, even though I bought these at $150 versus the $100 here, it's not actually a $50 price gap. It's more like a $35 price gap because of the case, in my opinion. And that also bumps up the value of these Q30s. So there you go. That's complaint number one. All right, let me check my notes. Complaint number two. Oh, my biggest complaint about these headphones. So when you have a pair of headphones, let's go ahead and look at the Q30s. When you have a normal pair of headphones and you're wearing them correctly, so this is the left side over here. You see that? There's the L, there's the R. When you're wearing them around your neck like this, right? You usually want the ear cups to swivel this way. The reason you do that is so that the pads are going to be resting against your body, which is more comfortable. And also the drivers aren't going to be pointed outwards, right? They're going to be pointed towards your body, and they're going to be covered up and more protected from whatever the elements outside are. Let's go ahead and look at the 720Ns. So this is the, as you can see right here, this is the left ear cup. This is the right ear cup. And guess which way these swivel? These swivel outwards. They swivel the wrong way. So if you're wearing them around your neck like this, you have the hard shells pressed against your collarbone and stuff, making them more uncomfortable for no reason. And you have the drivers exposed to the air for no reason, right? And they only turn around like 30 degrees-ish the other way, which is like not enough to, it's not enough, right? I don't know why Sony couldn't engineer, spend an extra $5 and engineer a hinge that can swivel this way like that, right? Like it's silly. It just makes it more uncomfortable for you to wear, right? The Q30s, as I showed, swivel the right way, and the ULT wears as well. I go ahead and unpack it, right? So this is the left, this is the right. The ULT wears swivel the right way, 9 degrees, and they also swivel like around 60 degrees outwards as well. So if you want that versatility of it swiveling both ways, the ULT wear does that. 720N doesn't. 720N rotates the wrong way. That's probably my biggest complaint about these headphones. So these two don't have that design flaw. This one does. All right, comforts. Let's talk about comfort. So overall, all three headphones are pretty comfortable. I mostly enjoy using them. I'll put it like this. Overall, all three are pretty comfortable. I mostly enjoy using them, except for one problem with the 720Ns that I don't have with these other two. And that is that the tippy tip of my ears can sometimes brush against these drivers right here. So I don't know if you can see this, but the cloth here is very, very thin, almost non-existent, and you can, if your ear brushes against this hard driver, you'll feel it. In the meanwhile, the Q30s, the cover over here is a lot thicker. So even if your ear brushes against this, it's not that big of a deal. It doesn't feel that uncomfortable. It's cool, right? And then meanwhile, the ULT wears has the same really thin covering, but I think the drivers are a little more recessed, so your ears have a little bit more room. Brushing against them shouldn't be a problem. So I don't have any issues with that unless you really, push it into your head. So there you go. That's, I guess, thing 3, right? Thing 1, no case. Thing 2, swivel. Thing 3, brushing against the drivers, not good. And now talking about thing 4, and that is the Bluetooth connection speed. So I tested this. When we're talking about the Q30s, for some reason, the Q30s take like 5 seconds to power on when you hold the power button, which is weird, but it takes 2 seconds to connect after it's powered on. So that's cool. Complaint about this one is that they're always going to start in ANC mode. So if you just want to start in like regular mode and not have to worry about that, then unfortunately you're gonna have to press the ANC button a few times when you start up. Another annoying thing about the Q30 is that when you're switching ANC modes, it completely stops whatever you're playing. So that's kind of annoying. But this is supposed to be a video ranting about the 720Ns, not the Q30s. So going back to the 720Ns, the issue that I have with these is you press the power button for 2 seconds, the thing turns on. Great, awesome. It can take like 6 to 10 seconds for these headphones to connect to my phone. My phone is a Galaxy Fold 6. I don't know why it takes 6 seconds, like 10 seconds to connect. It's really long and really annoying. I don't know why. I think it connects to my PC like a lot faster, but yeah, it just takes forever to connect to my phone. In the meanwhile, the ULT wears 2 seconds to turn on, 2 to 3 seconds to connect. These are great. These are awesome. This is kind of annoying because you have to hold the power button. This takes forever to connect to my phone. I don't know why, but that's just another thing that bothers me and I don't like about these headphones. Finally, I know I said at the beginning, disclaimer, I'm not an audiophile guy, but I will touch on sound quality real quick. I would say sound quality is a sliding scale. If you are spending more money, you are going to get a better sounding headphone. So these, I think, sounds a little more muddy than I'd like. These two sound pretty decent, but this one has a little extra, little extra kick, a little, you know what I mean? So I do prefer the sound of these the most. In terms of active noise canceling, I think these are all pretty similar. Again, maybe like a slight sliding scale. or maybe I'm just placeboing myself to try and justify spending $150 on headphones. I don't know. One thing that I noticed is that the bass floor of having ANC on is more annoying here than it is with these two. So like if you just have ANC on and it's not actually noise canceling anything, you'll notice it more on here. It sounds a little off, where you won't really notice anything happening on here and here. But keep in mind that these are $55, so they're significantly cheaper than the other two, so they have an excuse for it being not as good. Other things to talk about. I kind of finished ranting about the 720Ns, but moving on to the comparison parts. All three headphones have multi-point connection, so you can connect it to two devices at once and it'll automatically switch, which is pretty nice. In terms of feature sets, for the most part, all these play sounds. They're wireless, they have Bluetooth connection, they have noise canceling, they have ANC, they have EQ adjustments. So these are features across all three of these. These two have pretty similar features, but the Ultware has a few extra tricks up its sleeve that these two don't, which is that these have touchpad controls over on this part, which is, so far, I like them. I find them more convenient than button controls to control volume, play, pause, go forward, backwards, etc. One other thing they have is wear detection. So if you want to pause your music by taking your headphones off real quick, you can do that, which is very cool. And you also have the hold ear cup do quick transparency mode on here, which is also very cool. So, in conclusion, I guess like the first half of this video was just ranting about the 720Ns, and then like the second half was doing a bit of comparison. But in conclusion, yeah, these bother me, okay? No case, you have to buy an extra case, that's bad. They swivel the wrong way, that's bad. I can feel the drivers, that's bad. And then take really long to connect, that's bad. Which is a shame, because I really like these. These headphones are like under 200 grams in terms of weight, while these two are around 250. So 250. So, you know, this was lighter, and if it wasn't for my ear rubbing against this, they'd also probably be the most comfortable out of these three headphones. But unfortunately, that's the world that's not the world we live in. So yeah, I'd say don't buy these. Save your money and go with these, and you know, like save $50, or save another $30 or so and buy the Ultwares, because I think these are just like much better than the 720Ns, but that's me. Anyways, that's been me doing an unhinged rant about headphones. I don't know if anyone's gonna watch this, but if you do, hey, I don't know. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.